Peace, family. It's another episode of Build-A-Bear Music Group Streets to Watch a Podcast. I'm your host, Fella B, and today we'll be discussing the latest incident involving rapper Lil Jon and his son, young Slade, who was found dead in Middleton, Georgia. We will listen to a small clip of this incident, and then once we do, we will come back with our final take.
Received an update from Milton Police saying that a body has been recovered from the pond outside of Nathan Smith's house and development here in this area. Now, they believe it is the body of Lil Jon's son, Nathan Smith, but they cannot confirm that at this point to us, saying the medical examiner is the only one who can officially do that. But this is the exact area where he was reported missing at 6 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Now at about 12 o'clock on Friday is when we saw them bring out those tents and bags and move closer. The dive team searching that pond all morning. I want to take you to some video footage that we have. This is from our ground camera. You can see that dive team in the water. We have Milton Police here on scene, Alpharetta Police, fire and rescue teams from all around the area searching for Nathan Smith. The one thing the police can tell us is that they do not believe any foul play is at work here. They believe that this was just simply a disappearance. He walked out of his house. He was disoriented, according to the initial report, Tuesday morning at about 6 o'clock. And again, today, unfortunately, we have found that body has been recovered from this pond.
So as we can see, this is a very tragical news come out of Atlanta, Georgia at this time, where this situation actually happened in Milton, Georgia. It's unfortunate, again, to say the least, that to hear that Lil Jon had lost his son in this manner. Now, there's a lot of conspiracy that's going on around this situation. Some are saying the last time this young man was spotted alive, he was running out of his home, and some even say that he was naked. Now, it don't seem like that is a normal circumstance. They also are striving to make it appear like he was right around his home, but to our understanding, the pond in which he was found was 30 miles outside of his area and where he resided at in Middleton, Georgia. From what is being reported, he was missing for the last week now, and people have been looking for him, and he had recently been spotted at a pond in Milton, Georgia, 30 miles outside of the area in which he resided at. For people to say that they saw him running out of the house, some allegedly say that he even was naked, left his phone, keys, and a lot of other things that were left behind, could possibly bring forth a curiosity. At least someone could have conspired to cause this heinous act upon this young man. Now, police reports are stating that there were no foul play. However, we know in most cases an individual is not going to leave his home or leave a situation and leave behind his cell phone, his keys, and be running out of a home. And if what is stated naked, there definitely should be some suspiciousness and some investigation that also should be involved with this incident. We do know and understand a lot of times, especially in the so-called black community and culture, a lot of us are not able to swim. A lot of us are frightened when it comes down to water. And a lot of this stimulates from us not being able to be put in programs and other situations that may allow us to go to places where we could be taught how to swim at a young age. A lot of us get older and we just somewhat accept the fact of, and not realizing that this also could be a great safety measurement and a very important thing that we all should be cautious and aware of. And when others know that we may not be able to swim or we have this form of weakness, if we are being targeted by others, then this would be a good means for them to use without a lot of struggle and a lot of fighting back in reference to a situation like this. So we have to keep in mind that these are always something to be cautious of. A situation like this start to happen. Not to mention, when it comes down to a lot of rappers, it seems like a lot of the children find themselves in heinous situations where they may be looked on as being targeted by certain societies because of some involvements that their parents may be into when it comes down to music and entertainment and being a part of certain secret societies and other cult organizations. Now, we don't know if little John made the sacrifice of a child and allowed him to be placed in a certain position where he would be taken off. The same situation kind of goes back to something that comes to mind when you think about Dr. Dre and his son, and what lose his life in 2008 as well through certain heinous acts. Whitney Houston comes in mind when you think about Bobby Christina. There's so many that have lost their lives in some of these tragic events. Some people say that they're being targeted. Some say that they're sacrificed. Some say that the elite orders come to spill their blood, due to certain acts in which their parents or someone within their initial bloodline, kin blood related relationship or related bloodline through kinship, eventually become sacrificed or become targeted by some of these organizations. It indeed is very sad, to say the least, that this young man had to face this. To my understanding, he was only 27 years of age. He was a musician, a producer. He also is said to have graduated from NYC, which is a very privileged college in New York. So we know we're dealing with a young man who had a head on his shoulder. To my understanding, he was a good person. He was always by good standards. Don't know if he had any type of drug usages. He was on any type of narcotics, things of that sort. Either something that we're still trying to get more knowledge of. What we do know is that the rapper Little John's son, Nathan Smith, better known as Young Slade, has been pronounced dead at the age of 27. As we continue to get more information on this said topic, we will give you all an update. If you all have anything that you all would like to say or leave in the comment, please leave it in the comment section. If you haven't, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We do like to thank you all for tuning in. Until next family, we do send our love and peace out to you all.